Irie, welcome, Grenada, Kerry, Kupidi Mandik, and the rest of the world. I'd like to welcome you to another Mikey Live program, people. This is where it all happens. We're talking about the good, the bad, and the Mikey. I'm always happy to be on the program. I'm always happy to be here to share what's happening with you here in Grenada and other parts of the Caribbean, other parts of the world. We are coming out of a very long weekend, and I hope that you enjoyed it. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed the long weekend. For those of you who are outside of Grenada, and you just wishing that you were home, well, I don't know, man. You should have taken a plane. That's what you should have done. But I know it is sometimes you're not always able to do as you please. Maybe because you have commitments, other things to do, and so on and so forth. But that's okay. All right. I'm happy that at least you're able to look at the program and stay abreast with what's happening here in Grenada. I'm Mikey Hutchinson, and welcome to another Mikey Live program. It's been a very busy weekend, boy. We had a specky Sunday. We had a lot of other shows that we had to do, and so yeah, boy, woo. Yeah, boy, sleep like a baby last night for hours after not having sleep for a day or so, you know. But yeah, we're good. All right, we're good to go. All right, so folks, let's see what's making the news for tonight. Man charged with death by dangerous driving. Man accused of raping his son's girlfriend here in Grenada. People, something, I don't know. When last you hear something like that, it's crazy, man. Grenada raises Ebola public health threat level to guarded. From Labor Support Program, we're going to tell you about that. And also temporary road closure. We're going to talk about that. Grenada Cancer Society receives a mobile cancer screening unit, and the Commissioner of Police congratulates bodybuilder Damian Daniel. So we have that and other things to tell you about on the program. So I want you to get comfortable, get something to drink, get something to eat, organize all this stuff. And I mean, let's talk about news. Let's see what's making the news. All right. I know that a lot of you have a lot of things to do. Starting from tomorrow, right? Yeah, we have TARP event. Oh, listen, so many things to happen, man. And so I know that you're excited. So we're gonna keep the news just as exciting as you are excited. All right. So folks, let's take a break. And when we come back, is real news in Olili Lolo. I want you to know that the headlines is brought to you through the kind compliments of WPG10 channels 10 and 11. I'd also like to remind you folks that you can find a lot of the news that we publish on we speak on the program published on our website. That is MikeyLive.com without a C. So that is MikeyLive.com. We have a lot of the stories posted there, even some stories that you don't hear us talk about on the program. You may be able to find it on the website. We take a break and return shortly.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
for me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
Give your kids a new start this term with back-to-school deals from Quartz. Save big with great deals store-wide. Get desktop, laptops, tablets, backpacks, and so much more. Get it all now with Quartz Ready Finance with nothing down and nothing to pay for 30 days. Get a new start back to school with great deals from Quartz, bringing value home.
The third annual Caribbean Comedy Show. Saturday, August 17th at Spice Basket. Stay locked for more.
I own a cutlass. You see what I've done with it? You want to swear it razor grass. Look, I am a very, very serious man.
The people say that is the best fete in the carnival. None of them are holding secret for me. None of them. The St. Andrews Development Organization, in collaboration with Mr. Elimas Gilbert, say Specky Show 2019 will be a movie. You must wear it. Some man love the them more than they woman. From Trinidad and Tobago, the Calypsonian who empower women, singing Sandra.
The way you cock up like a bloody acrobat. The wife at home they can't, she can do that.
From St. Vincent, former soccer monarch, Calypso and road match king, Posa. And top Grenadian artist, stay tuned.
Make this carnival a special one with Spice Isle Jewelry. This is the sale you've been waiting for. Get up to 40% off on our stunning collection of silver and gold jewelry with purchases above $115. Visit our 2 locations on Grenville Street, St. George's and the Spiceland Mall Grandad's to see our fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings and our unique handmade pieces. Step into Spice Isle Jewelry and shop in air-conditioned comfort with a friendly, helpful and courteous staff. We also pay the most for scrap gold and trading. Our repair service is second to none. Treat yourself or even someone special this carnival with something special from Spice Isle Jewelry. Call us on 440-3155 or 440-6648. Sale ends August 31st. Spice Isle Jewelry, operating since 1986, and we do so with pride.
So the time for fetting and having fun is here, but that doesn't mean you have to be an irresponsible parent as you go about it. This carnival season, you can make a difference by keeping a watchful eye on your children, knowing where they are and whom they're with, ensuring they attend age-appropriate events, making sure they're not exposed to dangerous situations or activities involving drugs, alcohol, or sex, and of course, leading by example. Remember, even though it's carnival, your first responsibility is to your child. A message from the Child Protection Authority of Grenada, working in the best interest for the greatest good of the child.
All right, and again, I'd like to encourage everyone to please go ahead and share the program. You see, once you share the program, that's how other people gets to know that we are live, all right? Okay, so folks, let's get into news, yeah? And we're going to start to look at some of the notices that we have for you that you need to know about, all right? So the first thing, the Traffic Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force hereby notifies the general public, and in particular, motorists, that Sendal Tunnel and the lower part of Bruce Street, that is towards the Sendal Tunnel, will be closed to vehicular traffic, and that's on Wednesday, 7th August, that is tomorrow, between the hours of 9:30 a.m. to 10:30 a.m. Now, the closure is to facilitate debushing work to be done in the area. Now, the Royal Grenada Police Force apologizes for any inconveniences caused as well. The Traffic Department of the Royal Grenada Police Force hereby notifies the general public that due to the carnival season, the Licensing and Inspection Center, Dusty Highway, will be closed from Wednesday 7th to Tuesday 13th August 2019. Now, the persons wishing to inspect your motor vehicles can do so at the Traffic Department, Carenage, St. George's. The Royal Grenada Police Force apologizes for any inconveniences caused. And Alpha Davy and Chum, yesterday, boy, they captured the $5,000 first prize that was up for grabs. They hit I go pay. That's at the Beach Fest. I think it was number 23. They say that they had a record number of young and talented artists who competed for the Beach Jam title. Now, remember, they go on stage, sing a lot of their hits, and a lot of people get opportunity. A lot of the breakout artists, some young stars who you never see before. That's where you get to see them on Beach Fest, right? It happened on Granan's Beach. We had to big up Shoma Wells and them for putting on that for so many years consistently. All right. Then we had Khalifa and Melo with their song Granans. You understand? Yeah, boy. They were in second place. All right. And we have to say congratulations to all those who participated and things like that. And the promoters who put on these sort of initiatives, well, we have to say put our hats off to you of course, because you're trying your best to make the thing work for everyone, right? Not every event you go hear hits, something like that. There must be an event that is designated for the young and budding artists and so on, yeah? Yeah, man. Everybody starts somewhere. I remember Mr. Killer getting a bly on the coat in Guava singing, Guava alone, we having, and they beating up, was it a bucket bottom or something like that? And that wasn't very long ago. Now the man has captured the international soca monarch. So we can't just wait for people to rise and, you know, acknowledge them. No, when they are already acknowledged or accomplished, we have to give people an opportunity. All right, good. Oh yeah, the next thing I want to tell all you, how we looking? Right, good. All the next, you see these people and them on the screen, I have to tell you what's going on with them. What do you imagine? There are a lot of good things happening in the country, a lot of good things, but sometimes we don't hear about them. You understand? And so that is why we on Mikey Live, we try to make some extra effort in at least letting you know about certain initiatives. Now, it might not be the breaking news kind of thing, but it is things that we need to know about. You know, we have to, and we are obligated to striking a balance. You know, we tell you about the good, the bad, and the Mikey, you understand? So this is the good. Oh yeah, imagine a mobile unit. Imagine that for cancer. You understand? So the Grenada Cancer Society, they say they are proud to be the recipient of a mobile cancer screening unit. It's made possible by the generous contribution of the Republic Bank through its Power to Make a Difference program. Now, the unveiling of the mobile cancer screening unit represents a message of hope that you can be a survivor of cancer. And that was according to Mrs. Nisha John Daria. All right, she's the executive of the Grenada Cancer Society and a cancer survivor herself. You understand? So I think it's really a good initiative to have received, or whoever made it possible, well, the bank and whoever else were involved in making this possible. People, all you, tell them good luck, congratulations. You understand? Only in Grenada, I don't see people taking that kind of thing. They don't take those kind of things serious. These people could have put their money elsewhere. You understand? But no, this is where they are putting it. So we have to say thank you to them for this. All right? Thank you to everyone who was a part of this initiative again. Oh yeah, here the next piece, boy. No, the commissioner of police, they had a press conference today, boy. And one of the things that he wanted to talk about is the accomplishment of bodybuilder Damian Daniel. I think he's one of the security officers for the Prime Minister, Corporal Daniel. The top cop in the island, Commissioner Edwin Martin, said that he wanted to extend congratulations. You understand? To Daniel. Them things don't come easy. Say it's a, you know, it's a good thing for the police force, but for Daniel himself.
But it's certainly an honor and a privilege every single time I'm afforded the opportunity to witness and to commend officers for excellent performance, be it locally, regionally, or internationally. And this morning is no exception for us to identify. Corporal, can I ask you to come up with your trophies and awards to identify? And I'm sure we are all aware that Corporal Daniel continues to build on his successes in bodybuilding, and certainly his accomplishment now that he has gone pro, and I believe this is his very first program he has taken part in bodybuilding, and he probably will be better able to articulate what has transpired there and what the future holds for him. But I think this is a very significant moment, not just for the RGPF, but for Grenada as a whole. And as Commissioner, it certainly gives me the privilege of congratulating and recognizing Daniel for his significant accomplishment, and to encourage him. And we give him best wishes as he continues to do well in bodybuilding, regionally and internationally.
All right, now Daniel himself says it's not just an accomplishment for himself, but also for Grenada. He says it's an honor to have gone pro, And of course, he wanted to say thank you to the supporters and his sponsors.
Let me say that this is my first pro international show, which was held in St. Martin's, as really indicated. And for me, I must say that it was a great accomplishment, not for Damien, but for Grenada. Because in that competition, there was athletes from all over the world, like you're talking about Spain, Ukraine, Russia, Germany. So for having Grenada to be out there to represent and to get the #1 spot, for me, I must say that this was a great accomplishment. Because even last year, really, Grenada was rated 61 in the world. And there was no other Caribbean island that was even rated in the top 300. So I think this was a great accomplishment for Grenada, going out there and showing that small as we are, we still can put ourselves as being really #1. I must say in that competition, it took me like 3 hard months to really get myself really ready. It was not an easy road. It was not an easy road because preparing for a competition of this magnitude, I was consuming like something like 17 cans of sardine, a tray of egg a day, like really 9 pounds of chicken, and the list really goes on. It's a very expensive sport. So this is where I'm pleading and asking Grenada to really come on board, because my next competition will be held in November, and this will be the World Games. No Grenadian have ever really qualified for an international World Games. So I'm not really qualified for the World Games, which will be held on the 1st to the 3rd of November of this month, So right now I'm really back in training from tomorrow. So I'm just really asking Grenada again to come on board and getting ready for this competition. There were a few persons who really made it possible.
All right, and he mentioned the sponsors on so on, all right? Good. All right, so folks, and thank you again, Damien, all right? All right, good. So folks, we are moving on. Congratulate him to the man, White Taste. All the things I just telling all of that. So no, you're allowed to congratulate all the part to the White Taste, boy. Oh yeah. The commissioner today, in his press conference, spit venom when talking about a recent incident that happened, boy. They're alleging that a man, a father, Jed, a father, raped his son, girlfriend and a dog. You understand? Okay, so let me rephrase for the avoidance of doubt. A father raped his son's girlfriend. His own son. Girlfriend, I'm making it up. The girlfriend of his own son. No star. I'm talking about Ukraine and Ecuador and all kind of funny Czechs and Slovakia and thing. I'm talking about Grenada, dog. So now the commissioner get a lot of thing because to report them kind of business there. Yeah, man. What I'm saying is, yo, that one tough boy. So what happened now? I do a little digging up and thing now. And what again is that there's a suspect. Well, naturally, if we could tell you who, you know, and soon you go hear more about it. You know what I mean? You understand? Right. But yeah, boy, you're telling me. Yeah, big up to all the people on the program. We done. Hey, Kojo, what we doing? How we doing tonight? Kojo, make sure you do the business now. All the big up Kojo on the program now. Yeah, all the take all the time and big up Kojo. Say, tell Kojo she's a boss. Somebody just tell Kojo she's a boss for me, please. Alright, so we're moving on. You know, we're going on to the serious business, boy. Yeah, boy. So anyway, that's the piece I have to tell all you about because, anyway, let me talk. All you. And next story that we have to tell you, all remember the fatality, the road fatality that happened in down by the Calais Road down this one. Well, a 54-year-old man has been charged with causing death by dangerous driving in connection with that fatal motorcycle collision that claimed the life of Mr. Bernard Garraway, 77 years. He's a painter of Spring St. George. That incident happened in Mayboy. Mr. Augustus Cador, he's the mechanic of Montparnasse St. George. He was arrested and charged at the weekend following an investigation into the May 10th incident that occurred along the Morris Bishop Highway. They say it happened at around 5:45 a.m. Now, according to reports, he has been granted bail in the sum of $15,000 with 2 sureties and is due to appear at the St. George's Magistrates Court, number 3 court, that is, on October 19, 2019. So the police did their investigation, and that was the conclusion of the whole business. You understand? No, boy. Yeah, boy. Anyway, I mean, it was a very unfortunate incident. You know what I mean? Anyway, boy, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's just tough. It's tough. We're moving on. Ebola is the talk of the Caribbean right now. Nothing to panic about. But, they just wanted to make people aware of what's going on in the region and thing now. You understand? Yeah, boy, the Ebola thing. I see serious business, So, we received a correspondence from the ministry. Grenadian health officials, they are keeping a close eye on what is now the world's second largest outbreak of the Ebola virus disease, the EVD, in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, the DRC, and have raised the alert level to guarded. Represented by the color blue, the alert level applies when there is a general threat of increased infectious disease transmission, usually virus activity, spread, outbreak, etc. Activity with no specific threat directed towards the country. Additional public health threat security measures may be necessary, and if initiated, they should be maintainable for an indefinite period of time with minimum impact on normal business or expenses. Now, the World Health Organization, WHO, has declared the outbreak a public health emergency of international concern, but advised that there should be no restrictions to travel or trade. Now, local health authorities agreed during the weekly senior managers meeting that border surveillance, timely and regular information sharing among key task force members such as St. George's University, Immigration Department, Air and Seaports officials will be the key focus area at this time. Now, public education and awareness will be heightened along with the partial activation of the Ebola response plan. All right. Now, we have posted an entire document on that on our website, and for more information on that, we would like to encourage you to visit our website, mikeylive.com. All right, that's MIKYLIVE.com for more information on that. All right, folks, we have had some accidents over the weekend, quite a few. Not life-threatening. I haven't heard of any life-threatening injuries, but there were a few accidents. It could have been worse, so we just want to say thank you again. We had some crazy driving on the road, and I just want to take a moment to say this. I don't mean when I say that, and I just take it for what it is. It's a word of advice. If you have not driven in Grenada for a long time, please understand that you may not be as sharp as you should be driving on the nation's road, or you may not be as sharp as you used to be when you last drove on the nation's road. So here what I'm saying is either get somebody else to drive your vehicle who lives here, or take your time. You understand? Take your time. I can't tell you how many times I had to escape from people who I have not seen driving on the road in a long time, if you know what I mean. I'm not directing any specific sort of, what should I say? I'm not discriminating against anyone, but we just have to say what it is, right? I myself have become very skeptical of driving because of what's been happening lately. So to have what has been happening lately compounded with people who overestimate their driving abilities, is a disaster we ending up with. Yeah, understand? So what is what? And I child of mine, no, by the way, so I'll make sure I don't kill me on them people road. That's all I'm trying to say. And I mean the life of extra value. Yes. So anyway, we're moving on. I had to see that as a public service announcement. Because if all kill me, I coming back and hunt all the watch. Okay, let me leave that talk. Yes. So, Olio, the next thing we have to tell Olio about, boy. Hey, Evelyn, don't go there. You see, I don't want to play touchy. Facts is facts. Take all the thing and cool it. Don't play touchy. You know what I mean? It is what it is. It's a word of advice. Don't come and play touchy with me. All right. Anyway, so Olio, here the next piece, boy. The Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, they will be investing some $300,000 into the Farm Labor Support Program in 2019. Now, this was among announcements made recently at the plant distribution season opening. Now, Mina Bokar reports from the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, the PR team there, on this. All right. Just trying to see if I could find yes. So we organize on for all right. Here's Mina on that.
Local farmers will be able to reap more benefits from an improved farm labor support program in 2019. This is according to Chief Extension Officer within the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands, Mr. Randolph Shears, who unveiled the amendments to the existing program. He was making a presentation at the plant distribution season opening at the Marable Plant Distribution Center. Mr. Shears outlined the criteria for selection of farmers who stand to benefit from the Farm Labor Support Program.
Now, the selection of the beneficiaries for this program. Now, the list of farmers to receive benefits from this program will be selected by the Ministry of Agriculture and Lands using the following criteria. 1. The farmer must be commercial, must be a commercial farmer, and must be registered with the Ministry of Agriculture and actively involved in farming. Number 2, you must have legal access to lands that are suitable for the enterprise. Thirdly, you must satisfactorily maintain the fields which receive assistance from previous labor support programs. Number 4, has a good track record of implementing technical advice given by officers of the Ministry of Agriculture and of the GCA and GCNA technical staff. Number 5, you must have the capacity to maintain the fields adequately with the assistance given under the program. And last but not least, have not received assistance for the same enterprise or the same crop on the same plot of land from previous programs.
The program requires the farmer to establish a service contract outlining the work to be completed and the timelines.
1. The worker must have a good track record from previous labor programs. 2. Health and fitness. 3. Work experience and skills. 4. Ability to work as a team and take instructions from the person in charge. And 5. Must be of good general deportment.
The new addition, as the CEO outlined, was that of signing a contract between beneficiaries and the government of Grenada. He further explained the application process for farmers who are interested.
Now, each beneficiary will sign an agreement with the Ministry of Agriculture to cooperate with the labor team and to maintain the work received.
Thank you very much. All right. Good. We are moving on. Folks, we have a couple of things to tell you about, all right? Barbados. We have to tell you something happened there. Also, in St. Lucia, there's a viral video right now showing a policeman in a brawl with a woman. A policeman, yes, in a brawl with a woman. We're going to show you that. And police is asking the public to not jump to conclusions as more viral video surfaces. They are saying that these videos help, and in some cases they hurt. We're gonna come back in a moment with that.
I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom
For me and you.
I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. What a wonderful world.
The third annual Caribbean Comedy Show. Saturday, August 17th at Spice Basket. Stay locked for more.
I own a quart glass. You see what I done with it? You want to swear it razor grass. Look, I am a very, very serious man.
Grenada. This Carnival Thursday, August 9th, Spice Addiction Entertainment invites you to Bienvenue.
Take a shot and just free up now.
The Neon Edition. Let's pop it right.
Favorite shot.
Bienvenue is the only Carnival Thursday fit that guarantees pure uninterrupted vibes, 6 years and counting. This Carnival Thursday at 9 p.m. we are on the Morris Bishop Highway in the yard of L&M Investments.
You like talk?
Bienvenue will be featuring a star-studded cast of only the best local and international soca DJ talent, alongside a few mystery acts.
I can't stand me neighbor.
Just avoid getting a case of FOMOs. Yes, the fear of missing out. And secure your Bienvenue tickets today at gotofed.com or any Spice Addiction ticket masters, Heather's Boutique, Esther's Beach Bar, and Chopsticks Chinese Restaurant. Bienvenue, the Neon Edition. This experience will move you.
Make this carnival a special one with Spice Isle Jewelry. This is the sale you've been waiting for. Get up to 40% off on our stunning collection of silver and gold jewelry with purchases above $115. Visit our 2 locations on Grenville Street, St. George's and the Spiceland Mall Grand Dance to see our fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and our unique handmade pieces. Step into Spice Isle Jewelry and shop in air-conditioned comfort with a friendly, helpful, and courteous staff. We also pay the most for scrap, gold, and trading. Our repair service is second to none. Treat yourself or even someone special this carnival with something special from Spice Isle Jewelry. Call us on 440-3155 or 440-6648. Sale ends August 31st. Spice Isle Jewelry, operating since 1986, and we do so with pride.
Yes, I thank you very much and welcome back. Right now, the next thing that I had to tell you about is an incident that happened in Barbados. Yes, some people want us to speak more about what's happening in Barbados and other Caribbean islands, and we're going to try our best to so do. All right. Now, there was a body of a young woman that was found along Hastings Beach, Christchurch, yesterday morning. The report, that's police now report saying, I'm receiving a telephone call at around 6:55 a.m. informing them that a body of a young female was seen near the water edge. The body was subsequently pulled onto the sand. Alright. The police determined it was a 27-year-old Guyanese national who was staying nearby. Alright. The death is being treated as unnatural. Alright. So we're going to see if we can follow that down. We cannot go further into this because in the interest of time we have to go on to another story. Now, the police in St. Lucia, they are examining a video making the rounds on social media in which a policeman comes under pressure, surrounded by a mob. He was in some sort of altercation with a woman. Now, we have this report for you from our colleagues at the HTS News Force out there in St. Lucia.
St. Lucia police have promised a statement on a video circulating on social media depicting a uniformed policeman surrounded by a rowdy mob. The policeman in this section of the video is seen being shoved by an irate woman. He seems taken aback by her reaction and is unsure how to respond. The reaction of the crowd does make his role all the more difficult. The policeman, apparently frustrated, then draws his gun and confronts the woman. The crowd reacts to this escalation. What transpired prior to this is not known. It is difficult to make sense of this video at this point. Were members of the crowd directing their expletives at the police or the woman, or was it simply a reaction to the excitement of witnessing in public a dispute between a policeman and a woman? Police sources confirm that this is indeed St. Lucia, and the policeman in the video is a licensed firearm owner. Tuesday's much-anticipated police statement should shed some light on this video and may also be instructive to policemen and women caught in similar situations. Stanley Lucian for the HTS News Force.
Now, we have since received another update about viral videos that are circulating, and the circulation of cell phone captured clips is having an impact on the police in both negative and positive ways, says officials. Now, this week saw the release of 2 separate videos featuring policemen on the job. In one of the videos, a policeman is being falsely accused of wrongdoing. On Tuesday, the police, as planned, held a media briefing to clear the air on the videos and to caution the public about the abuse of such images. Now, folks, we have another video for you, another report, in fact, for you on this. Again, from our colleagues at the HTS News Force. We were just receiving that video while on the program. Let me just confirm. Yes, here we go. And so they're asking persons to please not jump into any conclusions whenever they see videos and images circulating. Here again is our colleagues at HTS.
The new social media reality is proving to be a double-edged sword for the Royal St. Lucia Police Force. In some cases, images shared on social media have helped investigators bring criminals to justice. With what appears to be a confrontation between a young man and a more senior male. One of the men is heard appealing to the young assailant to stop it. But the assailant does not listen. The videos have also exposed some very questionable policing. Who would have believed this mentally challenged man if he had complained about being beaten with a cutlass by a policeman while subdued in handcuffs? According to sources familiar with the video, police were conducting a search in a part of the community known for violence. The search party is said to have questioned and arrested this suspect. Acting Corporal 806 Ann Joseph says though invaluable in many instances, one should be guarded against arriving at conclusions based solely on selected clips of video.
Cautioning persons with recording videos and making assertions with snippets of videos. Judgments are cast. We make our own assertions, and it is not always very factual, and it does not portray the entirety of an incident.
Tuesday's media briefing was called by the police to respond to the release of 2 separate videos that emerged recently. She says that in the case of the video in which a policeman is seen being shoved by a woman, the lawmen had intervened to stop a fight in Dennery.
2 officers were actually involved in that incident. The 2 officers had completed a tour of duty and were returning home. On their way home, they noticed a fight. It involved some bus drivers as well as some passengers. And the officers responded, trying to de-escalate the situation. One male was restrained by the officer featured in the video, at which point a female proceeded to assault the officer. That female, with the assistance of the public, was placed on a transport and taken away from the area. The officers were able to de-escalate the situation without violence.
Acting Corporal 806 Ann Joseph says in the case of the second video, in which a policeman is seen in Castries with a gun and a quantity of what looks like marijuana, the suggestion of wrongdoing on his part is mistaken.
The officer, as well as 4 other officers who were not portrayed in the video, were returning from an operation conducted within the city to the vehicle, that is the police vehicle, at the time where that video was recorded. He was not the only officer at the time, but the video simply captured him. What appears to be marijuana is in his hand, and that was during the operation retrieved by the officer.
With the proliferation of mobile phones and with the willingness of witnesses to capture events and share them, evidence that would never have seen the light of day are emerging on screens everywhere. In some cases, they become useful bits of evidence for law enforcers, but they can also be used maliciously to paint the police and other members of the public in a bad light. Stanley Lucian for the HTS News Force.
Thank you very much, Stanley. Very interesting report. Very interesting, of course, showing the two sides, both sides of the coin when it comes to social media. All right. But the devil is a liar tonight. I'm watching all the comments. I'm watching all the devil is a liar. You gotta put on size, but you don't see all the chicks rosy. Yeah, you gotta put on size. You're telling me my life aggravates some people, but you're telling me since some name change, we put it on size. What kind of business? Yeah. Well, you married that child, so that's in another life. Take your time. Goodbye. Goodbye, Ngonzo. I never see that yet. Hey, next time all I have to clean up all the mess, don't go and put me girl in all the thing you hear. Get somebody else to really talk to the media. Don't come and make the girl nervous, and thinking short breath or kind of business. Or trying to kill the girl under pressure. Not because, you know what I mean? Not because we go we separate way, but I still got she back and I take all the time. Let somebody else talk about that. Get the commissioner of police to talk about that. Don't come and get the girl to talk about nothing, you know, no damage control and thing, you know, because we tying up on a jet. Folks, we have the national report up for you, but before we do that, we just want to take a 30 seconds break.
Make this carnival a special one with Spice Isle Jewelry. This is the sale you've been waiting for. Get up to 40% off on our stunning collection of silver and gold jewelry with purchases above $115. Visit our 2 locations on Grenville Street, St. George's and the Spiceland Mall Grand Dance to see our fine selection of necklaces, earrings, rings, and our unique handmade pieces. Step into Spice Isle Jewelry and shop in air-conditioned comfort with a friendly, helpful, and courteous staff. We also pay the most for scrap, gold, and trading. Our repair service is second to none. Treat yourself or even someone special this carnival with something special from Spice Isle Jewelry. Call us on 440-3155 or 440-6648. Sale ends August 31st. Spice Isle Jewelry, operating since 1986, and we do so with pride.
Yes, folks, it is now time for the national report.
RGPF records drop in reported crime for the first 6 months of the year. Details to this story and more in the national report. With the details to the news for Tuesday, August 6th, I am Leslie Ann Johnson. The Royal Grenada Police Force is reporting a drop in reported crimes for the first 6 months of this year. During a press conference on Tuesday, Acting Commissioner of Police Edwin Martin said the reported number has moved from 8,001 in 2018 to 7,009 in 2019. The briefing looked at crime statistics for the first half of 2019 as well as carnival operations and preparedness.
However, reports of major crimes has shown a 4% contraction when compared with the same period of 2018. And if this is sustained through the rest of the year, it means that at the end of 2019, we could see a contraction of 10% in major crimes over a 2-year period, from 2017 to 2019.
The Commissioner says overall there was a 15% reduction in harm offences.
However, we have an increase in murder or homicides, moving from 6 to 8. So that's an increase in that category for the said period. And what is important to note here is that 5 of those 8 homicides seem to be associated with the use of offensive weapon, or offensive weapons were involved. And as a result of this, even before this year started, you will realize that the RGPF has been advocating very strongly for us to have a zero tolerance on the carriage of offensive weapons in public space.
Threatening language continues to be a major cause for concern, accounting for the largest number of reports made to the police for the period January to June 2019. So far, 1,204 reports were made, and although showing a 1% reduction on the statistic sheet, it is still the highest number of individual reports made to the police.
If we were to minus those kind of offenses from our total crime statistics, we would have seen as of half year a 16% reduction in total crime against last year. And it is significant for us to put that into perspective so we understand the types of crimes or offenses that are fueling our statistics at this point in time.
Kate Mitchell, known as Kate in the Calypso world, is the 2019 Junior Calypso Monarch. She scored 252 points to win the title from a field of 10 at the Children's Carnival Frolic at the National Stadium on Saturday. She was followed in second position by Shamar Maras, Lil King, and third Shanae Sylvan, known as Mini Axe. It was a packed day of activities, which also included the Junior Panorama competition, which was won by Republic Bank Angel Harps, scoring 283 points. New Dimensions followed in second place, while Flo Comancheros placed third. Helen Marie and Associates dominated the Fancy Mass Band section with their portrayal Birds of a Feather, followed by Rainbow City Mass with Caribbean Connection and Comancheros and Associates with Story Time. The king of the band, the title, went to Anton Alexander of Comancheros and Associates with his portrayal The Trickster and Nancy the Spider. Cameron Bain of Helen Marie and Associates placed second with Kingfisher, and Kelman Buddy from Lazarus and Twine and Associates placed third. Renaya Joseph of Rainbow City Mass copped the Queen of the Band title with the portrayal The Nutmeg Princess. She was followed by Kiara Livingston from Helen Marie and Associates with The Peacock, and in third position was Kia Charles of Lazarus and Twine and Associates with Cheyenne Princess. The traditional mass competition was won by House of Creation, followed in second place by Demonic Angels Mass Band, and third Hermitage Shortney Band. This is the National Report. More news after the break.
Every summer, the Spice Island of Grenada is transformed into the Caribbean's biggest party, Spice Man.
Foreigners from all over, coming down to Grenada.
Come experience the warmth of our people, trending theme fetes, the revelry, the pageantry, and why we are the Jab Nation. The Kids Our Future shines on August 3rd in the Children's Carnival Frolic and the Junior Calypso Show. 7 beauties take center stage as the Queen of Carnival is crowned on majestic Thursday, August 8th. The prestigious Soca and Groovy Monarchs are crowned on Carnival Friday night, August 9th. Enjoy the pulsating rhythms of the Still Pan at the Junior and Senior Panorama on Carnival Saturday, August 10th, and Real Steel, August 17th. The March Gras crowns the Calypso Monarch on Carnival Sunday, August 11th. 2 days of frolicking in the Caribbean sun kicks off on Monday morning, August 12th, with the biggest juve in the world, followed by pageant and Monday night mass. The creativity and splendor of our mass parades on the road Carnival Tuesday, August 13th. Join us in the Jab Nation of Grenada, August 8th to 12th for Spice Mass 2019. Many events, one carnival.
Continuing the news, there has been a significant reduction in the number of cases of stealing. The Royal Grenada Police Force says the number of reported cases has moved from 128 in 2018 to 49 in 2019.
62% contraction This is the largest single offense category or case and in terms of reduction that we have seen. And you may be aware that historically for decades, housebreaking and stealing has been our major problem. So something is working here, and we need to transcend the successes that we have gained from the reduction in housebreaking and stealing into our sexual and harm offenses as well. Stealing by reason of employment, that has also contracted from 23 to 11 cases, and robbery with violence from 21 to 18 cases.
That's Acting Commissioner of Police Mr. Edwin Martin. Under the category of stealing, he says predial larceny remains a major concern.
One has to do with predial larceny. As you see, predial larceny moved from 205 to 236. We will revisit our strategies in dealing with this vexing problem, and efforts will be made to strengthen and renew our collaboration and support to farmers in order to finally bring this to some level of reduction and tolerableness within the crimes that are committed against farmers and their produce.
The Spice Mass Corporation has contracted the services of well-known author and playwright Ricardo Keynes Douglas to produce the Calypso final at the National Stadium on Sunday, August 11th. Speaking with the Government Information Service on Tuesday, Mr. Keynes Douglas said he will seek to bring a different flavor to the show, which will feature 9 Calypsonians trying to dethrone reigning monarch Scholar.
This year is going to be a fantastic Demarshka because the lineup alone is incredible, because we have 6 newcomers, we have 2 monarchs, we have a father and son, that is Scholar and his son in it, and Scholar is his 9th, he's going for his 10th crown, so it's going to be an exciting Demarshka, and I'm going to try and do it a little different this year, so people have to be on time because the show starts at 8 p.m. and it's going to be queens and then the singers and queens and singers. Is going to be a little mix of everything. So if you think you're going to come like at 9 o'clock because you don't want to see the kings and the queens, you might just miss a lot of Calypsonians. So I'm begging people to come out at 8 o'clock. It's going to be a great show. We have all kind of special acts and stuff on the show, and it's going to be a fun time, and I'm trying to bring back the old time days of what Calypso is all about, because Calypsonians and Calypso is the mother and father of all the songs. They're there before soca, they're there before groovy, and these are the storytellers and the humorists and the people who tell us about what's happening in our country. And so when you listen to Calypso in any era, you would know exactly what went down at that time of the year.
And that's the National Report. I'm Leslie Ann Johnson.
Yes, and thank you very much, Leslie, and everyone else who were instrumental in the production of the National Report. All right, so folks, what we have for you next is the weather. Let's take a look and see what's happening. Of course, the weather we received from the Met Office. We had a few showers today, of course, scattered showers. I think it was really welcomed because these days it's really hot. Weather, partly cloudy to cloudy, and of course we are expecting just a little bit of showers tonight, but nothing too much to talk about. Today's maximum temperature was just about 31 degrees Celsius, minimum 25.5 degrees Celsius. Winds east-southeasterly to south-southeasterly at 5 to 15 miles per hour, becoming variable to calm at times. Seas moderate, waves up to 5 feet in open waters. All right, and in terms of the weather for tomorrow, we expect it to be partly cloudy with a low chance of some brief showers by evening. Tomorrow's maximum temperature is expected to be about 32 degrees Celsius and minimum 25.5 degrees Celsius. Winds easterly to southeasterly 8 to 18 miles per hour. Seas moderate, waves up to 5 feet in open waters. And that's your weather report for tomorrow. All right, and so folks, we want to say thank you again to everyone who really made it possible. Yeah, all right, let's say hello to, let's see who, Hazel, Kojo, Dolores, Eugenia, Rolanda, Deborah, Shomin, Rachel, Asha, Doris, Nika, Judy, Avi, how are you, Avi? Camille, Joan, Noreen, Rose, and Rachel, and everyone else who's on the program and who's usually, I see Abby there as well, and Mishi, everyone else, man, Eugenia, everyone, have a good time, all right? And to the staff of the General Hospital, hello and good night to you guys, all right? From security down to cleaner, everyone, we want to say hello to you, all right? And Michelle, I see you there. We want to say hello to Michelle and Merrick and Esther. I see Patsy there as well. All right, guys, and everyone else, thank you for joining us, all right? Kojo and them still have my family. Hopefully, I'll be able to have my family back tomorrow, all right? So it's a quiet house tonight. Yeah, uncomfortably quiet, but that's all right. All right, so folks, have a good one. God bless you and your family. We touch base tomorrow again. Those of you who are on WPG10, we say thank you for viewing. God bless you, everyone. We'll touch base tomorrow, God's willing, in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We all say, Ja! No. Good night, everyone.